Welcome to Jewellery Bonanza with I Make Things. Have you ever tried to buy a ring, but for some reason all the sizes are just so flingin' small? Well, not anymore. Introducing men's rings. Rings that actually fit full-size men. All that and more today on I Make Things. So getting stuck into today's build, I've 3D modelled some lantern ring designs. I've tried to create concepts that are in line with what the movie ring design was. Now to bring these designs to life, I'm going to mix up some resin for the printer. Then I'm going to print the fronts of the rings. After they've printed, I'll move on to curing the models. I did the same process for the green and red ones. After cleaning the prints, I'll put them in the UV chamber to completely set. For the green ring, I really want a deep and crisp colour that isn't really possible with a 3D printer, so I'm going to cast the front of the ring in silicone and then mix up some resin. Now that I've got all the fronts of the rings done, they need to be finished. This involves sanding, sealing, and adding some small details. With the work on the front of the rings nearly done, I'll move on to the bands. I sent them off to be SLM printed, meaning selective laser melting. The bands are made from aluminum, which should give me the sort of colour I'm looking for. Very light and very strong. I will also make, at a later point, some sterling silver versions. As you can see, the raw finish of the bands is quite dull and almost plastic looking. That is until you start sanding and polishing them. Then they look like regular aluminum. After I've sanded and shaped the rings, I'll use a polishing wheel to really get a nice finish. After that, the rings are pretty much done. All that's left is to glue the fronts of the rings onto the band. For that, I'll be using a special jewellery glue that dries completely clear so it won't ruin the inside of the rings. So with the glue dry, it's time to check out the finished rings. Personally, my favourite is the red. Leave a comment which one you personally prefer. So that's all for today's video. As always, I hope you enjoyed. Remember to check out some of the other content on the channel. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the next build.